Most people don't realize how often military kids have to start over. New schools, new places, new friends, and just when everything starts to feel normal, it changes again. I'm here because that part doesn't get talked about enough. My name is Allie, and I'm a military teen. This is Home is Where the Heart is. This is my Girl Scout Gold Award project, where I use my experience as a military teen to bring awareness to military kids' life, help parents and civilians understand it better, and make military kids feel less alone in their experiences. So, I've moved a lot. I was born in Japan. We stayed in Japan for about 2 years, and then I moved to Alaska for about 4, New Jersey for 3, Alabama for 1, South Korea for 2, Germany for 2, New Jersey again for 2, and now I'm currently in Montgomery, Alabama for only 1 year, and it's currently May 19th, and we are about to be moving again, as you can see by the moving boxes. So I've gone to 9 schools in 12 years. I'll be going to my 10th and final school for my senior year in Virginia. That's where we're moving. And I'll have gone to 4 high schools in 4 years. And the more I've reflected on my story and the more I've thought about it, the more I realize that this isn't just my experience. It's something that a lot of military kids go through. And I don't feel necessarily seen or heard in our society. And I'm starting this project to help bridge that gap and share my experience in hopes that I can just help someone feel less alone, help someone who would like to understand military kid life better, and to inspire empathy in others. And I started realizing that it isn't necessarily like a one-time thing, like it's a constant pattern that we don't get necessarily representation, and a lot of the resources that exist out there are formal and through adult organizations who do not understand military kids the same way that a military kid does. So my gold word is going to be a personal platform to share my story with you. It's going to be a one-on-one type thing, and a lot of what I'm going to be doing is hopefully stuff that other people can relate to. I'm going to have other military kids from all different walks of military kid life. I have an entire network of connections that I've built across the world, and I would love to share their stories on here as well. Okay. So it is really hard to move, and we all know that if you're a military kid or if you're a civilian, it's not easy, and it's something that we all struggle with no matter how many times we've done it. Like, even though I've been to 9 schools, like, it's still hard to start a new school every single time, to restart friendships, to put yourself out there over and over and over again, to go meet with a counselor and explain to her why you deserve to take this honors class. And part of my podcast name, Home is Where the Heart is, speaks to what it's really like as a military kid, because we don't have a single home. If you ask me where I'm from, I'm going to be like, I came from Alabama, but Alabama doesn't necessarily speak to where I think my home is. I've only lived 2 years in Alabama across my 16 years of life, right? So it's a lot. And home is where your heart is, where your family is, where you think your home is. If you happen to have a lot of family in Washington, then your home, that's where your heart is. That's okay. If you don't have a specific hometown, like many of us, like me, and my family's all across the US, it's hard to define home as one place. And that is why this podcast, Home is Where the Heart is because you get to choose where your heart is and you get to choose where your home is. And that really sums up why I wanted to start this podcast, to share these experiences more openly. And I'll be sharing my experiences across military kid life. I've lived in 4 countries and I've traveled to so many. I'm so grateful for these experiences. And I would love to share them with all of this community that I'm trying to build with my Gold Award. So the purpose of the Gold Award is to leave a lasting impact across the world. And I'm hoping that with this podcast, and along with my YouTube channel, and I'll have long form YouTube videos on YouTube. I'll be posting once a week. Starting, it's a little bit crazy right now and chaotic with the move that's going on. But ideally, I'd like to be posting once a week. And then I also have an Instagram where I'll be sharing content as another pillar of my project. I also have a form where people can share their experiences or thoughts about military teen life. And also, this form is one of the primary ways that I'm using to measure the impact of my Gold Award, which is an essential and necessary part of the Gold Award. So, I'll be using responses as one of the ways to measure impact of my Gold Award and help shape future episodes to help my project help as many people as possible. Um, so, if you are a military kid or a military civilian or a random person on the internet, you can fill out this form to help me measure what my project did for you. And if you're relating to any of this, or if you're just learning about it, I would love for you to share your perspective. And you can stay completely anonymous on the form. The form is linked in the description. I've also put my handles in the description, so if you could go on there. Um, None of this is monetized. It's all just using to help measure impact. So interacting with my content just helps share it further and help as many people as possible. I'm really excited to get started with this project. I think it's something that's very close to my heart.